But yeah, this is a big story. Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch is officially a free agent. She has not signed a WWE contract. She was not happy with the number WWE gave her. And boy, I'll tell you, is that stunning? You would have thought that would have been a done deal. Of course, she's married to Seth Rollins. I mean, hang around with a hubby, keep rolling, and Seth just re-signed. But apparently she wants to take a hiatus. She wants to kick back and relax for a while. And just, I'm good. Oh, boy. Tony Khan has just got to be sitting around and saying, oh, my God, if I could get Becky Lynch on this roster. Can you imagine the phone calls and texts that are flying back and forth between her and Mercedes Moné right now? Just think about that for a second. And if I'm Tony Khan, and Natty's out there too, by the way. We talked about Natty the last couple of weeks on the show. Natalia. Madam Hart. If I'm Tony Khan, I'm picking up my checkbook and I'm writing down 000 with a comma in front of those three. 000, comma in front of those three. And I'm saying to Becky, Becky, what number do you want in front of those 6 zeros? What number? Let's talk. What number do you want there? Because if he would steal her away, this is like, the Philadelphia Eagles had just signed Saquon Barkley as an example, was a running back for the New York Giants, and the Philadelphia Eagles got him. That is not just they got a really good running back for their team, but they took a running back away from a division competitor. That would be such a massive signing for them to not only get Becky Lynch on the roster, but take her from WWE. And it's interesting that WWE, did they undervalue her? Or did they think that, the hubby's here, we've got a lot of women here already. I mean, they didn't throw the number that Mercedes wanted. And she said no. Boy, could you imagine Becky Lynch performing at All In? Oh my God. Yeah, she's Irish. That would be entertaining. You'd have to imagine the temptation would be there. I mean, there are other couples that have one in WWE and one in AEW. But God, the temptation has to be there. I mean, like I said, I can't imagine that Tony would not be willing to throw out whatever number she wanted within reason. I mean, he's not going to pay her, a $20 million contract or anything like that. But it's got to be something pretty hefty. And I'd bring Natty too. I'd bring them both in there. Could you imagine if they both showed up? What a boost. And especially with these contract negotiations going on. And apparently, we're going to talk about that a little bit later too, that they've upped their Warner Brothers Discovery's up their number, considering they just screwed up the negotiations with the NBA. What a perfect storm for her. Man, if I'm Becky, I mean, I don't know if I leave. I mean, that would be tough. But you'd have to think about it. You'd have to. I don't know, Tony. I don't know. Break the bank, brother. Break the bank and see what happens. I would think that would be a worthwhile investment.